Hi everyone, we're back with another 10-minute game in review. Got a couple games with black and a couple games with white. Usually it's been either won or lost due to a blunder. So let's see how this game goes and if we can get a kind of more positional game. Against e4, I do like to play the Sicilian. Knight f3, go knight c6. Against d4, we just take in the center. I do like to play the accelerated dragon, so I'm going to fianchetto my bishop. He can take my knight on c6, but in that case, he goes knight back. If he took my knight on c6, we would just take back with the b pawn. But he goes knight back to f3. That's a bit of an odd move. It's a retreating move. It doesn't really help him develop. So I'm going to go knight f6. If he pushes e5, I'm going to go knight g4. This is so bishop out. That's just a normal developing move. I'm debating castling or pushing d6. I think I just castle. Okay, so we're really well developed. He hasn't developed his dark squared bishop. I'm thinking he's going to either try to pin my knight or just go bishop f4. I'm going to go d6, try to open up my light squared bishop. h3, a normal prophylactic move. Let's think. Where do we want our light squared bishop to go? Try to fianchetto it on b7. I'm castled, so that knight, so the you can't really pin my c6 knight. So I think I'm gonna fianchetto it on b7. Get my bishops kind of crisscrossing the board. The center isn't open just yet, but it might open up pretty quickly, so we might have some good prospects long term. Rook e1, possibly looking to push e5. I think I just continue setting up my pieces, just developing. Bishop a2, nothing wrong with that. Queen, I was going to go queen c7, but then knight b5. Let's push a5, looking to discourage any knight b5 ideas. I'm going to go queen c7. So if he hops his knight into d5, it really, not too worried about it. Rolling more of the center with e6, blunting his light squared bishop a bit. If he goes bishop f4, I'm going to put a rook on... I might just put a rook on d8 anyway. Let's see. Rook on d8. I know I just kind of walked into a pin with the knight and the bishop, but if that opens up, that'll be pretty good prospects. So bishop g3. I can go knight e4, and if he takes... So knight e4, if he takes, I take back with a pawn, hitting the queen, and then I can move my f6 knight out of the way, and my bishop defends the pawn. Maneuver my knight around to d5. So he goes rook d1. I think I just continue my maneuvering. I don't think I'm too worried about this. His dark squared bishop isn't really, not really worried about it. My dark squared bishop is kind of stuck in as well. But I like the prospects of my dark squared bishop either going h6 or f8 and kind of coming alive again. So I'm not too worried. I may want to, if I take queen e3, queen e3, what is he thinking with queen e3? I think I want to exchange rooks and then put my queen on d8. Now that his queen is no longer defending the back rank. He might be thinking about pushing f4, but I'm trying to get my queen off that diagonal since f4 now. It wouldn't win a pawn, but it would just have a little bit of an initiative over. It would have a little bit of an initiative towards me because my queen wouldn't be able to defend that f4 square anymore alone. If he moves his queen off of away from e4, I can win that pawn. Let's only move is knight d7. My queen defends b6, so I'm not too worried about that. I can go queen c8. I don't really see what he's planning with these queen moves. Not attacking a6, my bishop defends. I cannot go knight. I'm a little bit stuck right now. Let's think. Maybe knight b8, knight b8, knight c6. Move it that way. He pushes b5. I don't think I want it. Put my knight in the center. He can't take on a 6 because I take back with a bishop, and yeah, I'm not going to win the knight, but I can trade off the knight. If he trades his knight in the center, my bishop defends d4, so I'll just have that pawn is going to be a bit weak, but depending on how else the game develops, I might have to push e5 to support it. His light squared bishop is really not doing too well. It's kind of biting on nothing. So I'll take on b5, and then I think I'd like to go queen c5, defending d4, and threatening bishop takes e5. An even game, so not too much going on. Do I go queen c3, trying to get that trade? I don't think so. I think I move my dark squared bishop. Maybe f8. Maybe f8, looking to go bishop c5. He's looking to go bishop f2. F2. So maybe I think I'm going to end up losing. Maybe I go here. Bishop h6. He goes bishop f2. That hangs that pawn. He takes. Now I'll evacuate my queen, but where the game goes, I'm a little bit lower on time than I'd like to be. Might end up just moving his king towards the center. I'm thinking queen b4. I should go queen b4 next. My light squared bishop is still. He goes king h with king h2. Okay. Go queen b4 like I was thinking. I might go bishop f8 and bishop c5 like I was thinking before, because now. Okay. Think. Try to trade queen. And can go bishop e1 to win the pawn back, but I think I can just take on f4, and I think I'll have a. I don't think he has the tempo to. All right, let's think. Let's think. If I go bishop f8 now, I think I can maneuver my bishop back to defend the pawn in time, but I'm not 100% certain. I think I take. I think I trade queens and then go bishop c4. I think I bishop c4. I think I got to start getting my king to the center. Okay. I'll push h5. b4. If he goes d3, I take my bishop. Let's see. Can I give a check? Bishop 4 pawn. Let's see. Bishop there. What pawn breaks do I have? Can I go? Can I get my king around anyway? I don't know if I want. I don't think I want to do this. I don't think I want to do that trade. I don't think that's good for me. He can't push g3 because I go bishop f3 check. He goes bishop e2. Bishop there. Check. They have anywhere for my go. Stuck. A bit. Getting low on time. Where's the pawn break right now? I'm not sure if this is an even game. I don't want to blunder and be down a pawn, because then I'm just screwed. My dark squared bishop, I really don't want it to get trapped. I don't see him being able to maneuver his light squared bishop down to attack my f7 pawn. Is it just a drawn game? Might just be a draw. I'm gonna go queen c7, see if he wants to. Not seeing. I am not seeing a pawn break for myself. And my dark squared bishop is not in a great spot. Okay. I go bishop here, looking to maneuver to g3 and attack it somehow. I don't want to go there. Let's go back. I'm getting low on time. Okay. A king move. I really am thinking this is drawn unless one of us blunders a bad pawn break. I'll just go king back and forth right now. Go here. Drawn by repetition. Okay. 2075. It's a pretty high rated opponent. Go to a game review. Let's see if that was really a drawn game or if I just need to improve my pawn end games. I need to get the opening first. I'm feeling I might have not played the opening that great. Oh wow, 92 to 91.8. He had 2 misses. I had 4 mistakes. A pretty good game on both our parts. So it looks like it was just drawn in the end. So at least we played that well. That was a big concern of mine. Take a look, see where my mistakes came in. We start with E. Sicilian. Open Sicilian. Accelerated Dragon. Yeah, the knight f3 is a weird move. Normally they go bishop e3, protecting. Go knight out. They might go queen here, queen d2, castles. But that's a bit out of where he went. So knight f3. It's still even, but it's just a weird move. f6, good, good. Like, just normal developing moves were our best bet. a6 is an inaccuracy. Why does that inaccuracy? Knight comes in. Six. Knight f6 here. And then what do you just throw your bishop on h6? C3 really takes the sting out of the dragon bishop because you're just kind of fighting on these 2 pawns that are really not good. Right, so a6 lets him throw his knight in the center, kind of forcing or encouraging the change. Bishop g5 is an inaccuracy. Knight d5 was best. Really likes knight d5. Queen c7 was a mistake, going almost to +5. I probably would have probably just ate there. Evaluation on 5. And d5 is I'm definitely worse. It's +1 +0.9, but not queen c7 right there. It wants queen back. Why does it want queen back? 0.8. So letting his knight get to the center is a really bad idea. So instead of queen c7, knight before hitting the bishop. Why does it want knight before hitting the bishop? Knight before 3. What is 6? 4. It's really even, but looks like a normal chess game. Rook b1 is a miss because knight d5 is best. Really likes knight hopping into the center. That's an inaccuracy. 2. Most likely I would have just put a rook to the center. I'm assuming bishop h6 is what it wants. f4. Queen f4, putting more pressure on my knight. Yeah, that would have worked move. Alright, so bishop back. Rook to the center is fine because he doesn't have that queen f4 to put pressure on the knight. G3 is an inaccuracy. Just really not doing anything with the bishop. It's just kind of wasting a tempo. Whereas when it was pressuring the knight, that's at least kind of pinning it to the rook. But a waste of a tempo. Best. Pawn takes. That's a mistake. It likes knight. Five. I was not even looking for that knight move back. Doesn't want me to put. Oh yeah. He can't take because my queen protecting it, and now my dark squared bishop is open. But let's see if he plays g3. Oh, the queen is hanging. What am I talking about? Let's get back to the game. 7. Even trading rooks was a before his best there. Okay. That was the only knight move I had. Queen c8, just getting my queen out of the pin and just getting it to a more active square. Knight b8's an inaccuracy. I mean, it's going from +0.4 to +0.02 to +0.4, so that's kind of even. Not gonna be able to exploit a 0.46 difference. Knight in, good. That's an in. Once a takes b5 here. Queen d2. I don't think I would have played e6, but I was looking at. Say I play e6. The light squared bishop becomes so much stronger. Yeah, queen g5 and my that's a really bad move. Back. 5. A takes, or yeah, A takes. 5. F4 is an inaccuracy, but a really just a minor one. So bishop h6 was the better move, was a good move. See what this brings. F8. A good move, but then I was worried about this. Or take. I would check. Okay. Back to 4, 6. The king move is excellent. That is a move I was not even thinking he would play. I was thinking maybe like towards the center some way, but let's see why that's the best move. 2, queen b4. I guess it just maintains quality and keeps his king out of any checks. Queen c3 is an inaccuracy. Like queen b2, just putting pressure on c2. Obviously he can't take d4 because my queen protects it, but even if it didn't, I have my light squared bishop staring at d2 the whole time. Pressure there. Okay, so a better spot for my queen. King back is an accuracy. That is a mistake. That brings it to plus 1.59. That is bad. All right, let's see. Queen takes. Oh, and then I'm imagining it's bishop there, and he can just kind of walk his king, and I end up losing the pawn. F8's an accuracy. Bishop F2 is a miss. Take. Good. Trying to get my king to the center, just get him more active. We're in an endgame. H5 is a mistake. Why is H5 a mistake? King D3. Oh no. Takes. And then it's a 2-on-1 on the king side. Sense. 4 is an inaccuracy. Could have had a lot of could have potentially not won a pawn, but no, yeah, won a pawn on the won the d pawn and then had a 2-on-1. Then just maneuvering the endgame, just kind of waiting for the other person to make a mistake, which it just doesn't come, then ends in a draw. So some positional missteps, but overall nothing too bad. High accuracy game is always good. So we did get that positional game that I was hoping for, and even though we didn't come away with a win, we played really well. We had some mistakes that I definitely need to review and look more on, but overall a good game. A good game ends in a draw, so I have no complaints there, especially against a 2075 player. Definitely a higher rated player. So that's it for this game. Thank you very much.